What if I told you that in the next few minutes, you're going to dive into a story so gripping, so full of love, longing and mystery, that you won't be able to look away? Picture this, a man, standing alone in the rain, his eyes fixed on a street corner, waiting for someone who's already late, someone who might never show up. Why is he there? What's got him so anchored to that spot? Like his entire life depends on it. That's the question burning in your mind right now, isn't it? And I promise you, by the time this video is done, you'll have the answer. You're not just watching a story, you're stepping into a world where every second counts, where every choice could change everything. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's unravel this together, because this is She Was Running Late. He waited his whole life, and trust me, you're not ready for what's coming. Now, let's get real for a second. You've probably had those moments in life where you're waiting for something, or someone, and it feels like time just stops. Maybe it's a text that never comes, a call you're hoping for, or even a chance to make things right with someone you love. That feeling, that ache in your chest, it's universal, right? It's what makes us human. And that's exactly what this story is about. The kind of love that makes you hold on, even when the clock's ticking and the world's telling you to give up. I'm not just here to tell you a story. I'm here to take you on a journey that's going to make you feel something deep, something real. You're not just a viewer. You're part of this. I'm talking to you because I know you've felt that spark of hope, that fear of losing someone, that desperate need to know what happens next. And I'm betting you're already wondering. Who's this guy? Why's he waiting? And where's she at? Stick with me, because we're going to find out together, and I'm not letting you go until we do. Let's set the scene. Imagine a small town in the heart of America, the kind of place where everybody knows your name, where the diner's always open, and the autumn leaves paint the streets in shades of gold and crimson. It's 2025, and the world's moving fast. Trending TikToks, viral challenges, and all the noise of modern life. But in this town, time feels different. It's slower, heavier, like it's carrying the weight of unspoken promises. Our story centers on a man named Ethan, a guy who's got that quiet strength about him, the kind you notice in his eyes before he even says a word. He's in his late 30s, with a weather jacket and a face that's seen too many sunsets alone. Ethan's not your typical hero. He's not out saving the world or chasing fame. No, he's just a man who's been waiting. Waiting for her. And who is she? Well, that's where things get interesting. Her name's Claire, and she's the kind of woman who lights up a room without even trying. She's got a laugh that makes you believe in second chances, but there's something in her past, something she's running from, that keeps her just out of reach. You're probably thinking, okay, so what's the deal? Why's she late? And why's Ethan so sure she's worth waiting for? I'm not going to spoil it yet, but let's just say their story is tangled up in secrets, sacrifices, and a love that's been tested by time itself. Here's the thing about stories like this, they're not just about what happens, they're about why it matters. You're not here for just another YouTube video, are you? You're here because you want to feel something. You want to know what makes people hold on when everything's telling them to let go. You want to know if love can really survive the kind of distance that stretches across years, across mistakes, across all the things we wish we could take back. That's what Ethan and Claire's story is going to show you. It's not just about a guy waiting in the rain or a woman who's late. It's about what happens when two people's lives collide in a way that changes everything. And I know you're already invested, because you're still here, still listening, still wondering. You're thinking about Ethan, standing there, his heart pounding as the minutes tick by. You're thinking about Claire, somewhere out there, rushing through the chaos of her life, trying to make it to him. And you're wondering, will she show up? Can she? Or is Ethan waiting for a ghost, a memory, a dream that's already slipped through his fingers? I'm not going to lie, this story's going to pull at your heartstrings. It's going to make you question what you do for love, and it's going to keep you guessing until the very end. Let's talk about you for a moment. Yeah, you, the one who's probably got a million tabs open, a million things vying for your attention. You could have clicked away by now, but you didn't. Why? Because deep down, you know this story's going to hit different. You know it's going to be one of those videos you can't stop thinking about, the kind you tell your friends about, the kind you rewatch just to feel that rush again. I'm not here to waste your time with fluff or clickbait. I'm here to give you something real, something that sticks with you long after the video ends. And I'm going to make you a promise right now. If you stay with me, if you keep watching, you're going to get the answers you're looking for. You're going to find out why Ethan's waiting, why Claire's late, and what's at stake if they don't find each other. But more than that, you're going to see a piece of yourself in this story. Maybe it's in Ethan's stubborn hope, maybe it's in Claire's fight to break free from her past, or maybe it's in the way they both refuse to give up, no matter how impossible it seems. This isn't just their story. It's yours, too. And I'm going to make sure you feel every moment of it. Now, let's dial up the stakes a bit. Ethan's not just waiting for Claire because he's got nothing better to do. There's something bigger at play here, something that's been building for years. You see, Ethan and Claire, they've got history. Not the kind of history you post about on social media, but the kind that leaves scars, the kind that shapes who you are. They were young once, full of dreams, full of plans, until life got in the way. Something happened back then, something that tore them apart, and neither of them has ever fully let it go. You're probably itching to know what it was, aren't you? Was it a fight? A betrayal? A tragedy? I'll give you a hint. It's the kind of thing that makes you question everything you thought you knew about love. And now, years later, Ethan's standing there, believing, knowing, that this moment, this rainy evening, is his last chance to make things right. But Claire? She's caught in a storm of her own, racing against time, against her own doubts, against a past that's closing in fast. The clock's ticking, and every second that passes brings them closer to a truth that could either save them, or break them forever. Here's where I need you to lean in, because this is important. You're not just watching this video for fun. You're here because you want to know what happens next. You want to know if love can really win, if two people can find their way back to each other after everything they've been through. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get that answer. But you've got to stick with me, because this story's got layers, twists, and moments that'll leave you speechless. I'm not just throwing around trending keywords like epic love story or heartbreaking drama to get your attention. I'm delivering on them. This is the kind of video that's going to trend on YouTube, not because of algorithms, but because it's real, because it's raw, because it's the kind of story that makes you feel alive. So, let's make a deal, you and me. You keep watching, and I'll keep you hooked. You stay for the ride, and I'll take you somewhere you've never been. You trust me to tell this story, and I'll make sure it's worth every second of your time. As we wrap up this introduction, picture Ethan one more time. The rain's pouring harder now, soaking through his jacket, but he doesn't move. His eyes are locked on that street corner, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and fear. Somewhere out there, Claire's running, her breath catching, her mind racing, her past chasing her every step of the way. Will she make it? Will Ethan's wait finally pay off? Or is this the moment where everything falls apart? You're dying to know, aren't you? Good. Because that's exactly where we're going next. But before we do, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because you don't want to miss what's coming. This is She Was Running Late. He waited his whole life, and the real story starts now, right after this one final heart-stopping moment. The rain keeps falling, each drop a tiny echo of the second slipping away as Ethan stands there, unmoving, his gaze fixed on that empty street corner. You can almost feel the weight of his hope, heavy as the soaked jacket clinging to his shoulders, and it's pulling you deeper into this story, isn't it? You're right there with him, wondering if Claire's going to show, wondering what's keeping her, wondering what kind of love could make a man stand in a storm like this, waiting for someone who might never come. Let's step back for a moment though, and peel back the layers of this epic love story, because there's so much more to Ethan and Claire than a rainy evening and a missed rendezvous. This isn't just about one moment. It's about years of choices, regrets, and secrets that have brought them to this crossroads. You're not just watching a drama unfold. You're stepping into a world where every glance, every word, every heartbeat carries the weight of a lifetime. So let's dive into their past, meet the people who've shaped their journey, and uncover the mysteries that are keeping you glued to this screen, because trust me, this heartbreaking tale is only getting started. Let's go back to where it all began, about 15 years ago, in that same small American town where the air smells like coffee from the diner and the Friday night football games light up the whole community. Ethan and Claire were just kids then, barely out of high school, with dreams bigger than the town limits. Ethan was the guy everyone liked, quiet but kind, the kind of person who'd fix your car or help you move without expecting anything in return. He wasn't flashy, but there was something about him, a steadiness that made you feel safe. Claire, though, she was a force of nature. She had this energy, this spark, that drew people to her like moths to a flame. She'd sing at the local talent shows, her voice carrying dreams of Nashville or Broadway, and when she laughed, it was like the whole world paused to listen. They were inseparable back then, The kind of couple you'd see holding hands at the county fair or sneaking kisses by the lake. But it wasn't all picture perfect. You're probably thinking, okay, so what went wrong? What tore them apart? Well, that's where the first layer of mystery comes in. There was an incident, something that happened one summer night, something that changed everything. Nobody in town talks about it anymore, but the whispers still linger, and whatever it was, it sent Claire running. Far from Ethan, far from the town, far from the life they'd planned together. You're curious, aren't you? You want to know what happened that night, and I promise we're going to get there, but not just yet. For now, let's just say that night left scars on both of them, scars that are still raw as Ethan stands in the rain, waiting for a second chance. Now let's shift to Claire's side of the story, because she's not just some mystery woman who's late. She's fighting her own battles, and they're just as gripping as Ethan's vigil. Picture her right now, somewhere across town, her sneakers pounding the pavement, her breath coming in sharp bursts as she dodges through the evening crowd. She's not running late because she overslept or got stuck in traffic. No, Claire's running from something, or maybe towards something, and the stakes are higher than you can imagine. After that summer night all those years ago, Claire left town and didn't look back. She chased her dreams, or at least tried to, bouncing from city to city, singing in dive bars, auditioning for roles that never panned out. But life has a way of grinding down even the brightest stars, and Claire's no exception. She's been carrying a secret all these years, something tied to that night, something she's never told anyone, not even Ethan. You're probably wondering, what's she hiding? Is it guilt? A promise? A betrayal? I'll give you a hint. It's the kind of secret that could unravel everything if it comes to light. And now, as she's racing toward that street corner, she's not just fighting the clock. She's fighting her own doubts, her own fears, and a shadowy figure from her past who suddenly reappeared, threatening to drag her back into the darkness she's been running from. This isn't just a love story. It's a race against time, a battle for redemption, and you're right in the middle of it, feeling every heartbeat. Let's introduce a new face to this drama, because no epic tale is complete without a few complications. Meet Sarah, Ethan's older sister, who's watching this whole thing unfold from the sidelines with a mix of worry and frustration. Sarah's the practical one, the one who's always kept the family together, especially after their parents passed away. She runs the town's only bookstore, a cozy little place filled with dog-eared novels and the smell of old paper, and she's the kind of person who knows everyone's secrets but keeps her own locked tight. Sarah loves Ethan, but she's never understood why he's held onto Claire all these years. To her, Claire's the girl who broke her brother's heart and left him to pick up the pieces. But there's more to Sarah's story than meets the eye. You see, she was there that summer night too, and she knows more about what happened than she's ever let on. Is she protecting Ethan? Or is she protecting herself? You're starting to see the puzzle pieces, aren't you? The way they're all connected, the way the past keeps pulling them back, no matter how far they try to run. Sarah's got her own subplot brewing, one that involves a mysterious letter she found in the bookstore, a letter that might hold the key to what happened all those years ago. She hasn't shown it to Ethan yet, but it's burning a hole in her pocket, and you can bet it's going to shake things up when it comes to light. Let's add another layer of intrigue, because this story's got more twists than a viral TikTok plot twist challenge. There's a guy named Marcus, someone who's just rolled into town, and he's got the kind of charm that sets off alarm bells. Marcus isn't a stranger to Claire. He's someone from her past, someone she thought she'd left behind in the chaos of her city life. He's slick, confident, with a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes, and he's got a hold over Claire that she can't shake. Is he a friend? An enemy? Something more? You're probably guessing already, and let's swing back to Claire and Lily, because this moment is the heart of the escalation, the spark that's going to set everything ablaze. Lily's grip on Claire's arm tightens as she pleads, her voice low and urgent. You don't understand, Claire. If you go to him now, it'll ruin everything. Claire's mind is racing, torn between the pull of Ethan's waiting heart and the fear that Lily's right. You're probably shouting at the screen, telling Claire to run to Ethan, to ignore Lily, but it's not that simple. Lily's not just here to cause trouble. She's desperate, scared, and her words hint at a danger Claire hasn't even considered. Lily knows something about that summer night, something Claire's been running from all these years, and it's tied to Marcus, the man who's been shadowing Claire's every move. Marcus isn't just a ghost from her city life. He's connected to the incident that broke Ethan and Claire apart, and Lily's warning suggests he's closer than Claire thinks. Maybe he's watching them right now, hidden in the rain-soaked shadows, waiting for his moment to strike. The suspense is killing you, isn't it? You want to know what Lily's hiding, what Marcus wants, and whether Claire's going to make it to Ethan before it's too late. This is the kind of drama that trends on YouTube, the kind of plot twist that gets everyone talking, and I'm loving that you're this invested because we're not done yet. Let's add another layer to this roller coaster, because this story's got more surprises than a viral TikTok challenge. Across town, Sarah's in her bookstore, the letter from the past spread out on the counter, her hands trembling as she reads it again. The letter isn't just a clue, it's a confession, written by someone who was there that summer night, someone who saw what happened and stayed silent. The name in the letter? It's not Claire's, or Ethan's, or even Lily's. It's someone else, someone nobody expected, and it's turning everything Sarah thought she knew upside down. You're probably thinking, who is it? What did they do? I'll give you a hint. This person's been in the background all along, a quiet figure in the town who's been carrying the weight of that night for years. Sarah's ready to take the letter to Ethan, to finally tell him the truth, but she's hesitating. Why? Because she's afraid of what it'll do to him. Ethan's been holding on to Claire for so long, building his life around the hope of this moment, and the truth in that letter could break him for good. Sarah's subplot is colliding with the main story now, and the choices she makes in the next few hours are going to change everything. You're feeling the pressure, aren't you? The way every character's story is weaving together, the way the past and present are crashing into each other like waves. As we pull back from this moment, the town feels alive with secrets, every streetlight and shadow hiding a piece of the puzzle. Claire's still standing there, Lily's words echoing in her mind, the rain washing away her resolve. She's so close to Ethan, but the gap between them feels wider than ever. Ethan's still waiting, his hope fraying but unbroken, unaware of the forces conspiring to keep them apart. Sarah's clutching the letter, torn between protecting her brother and setting him free. And Marcus? He's out there, somewhere in the storm, his intentions as murky as the night itself. You're caught up in this, aren't you? You're desperate to know what happens next, to see if Claire breaks free, if Ethan's wait was worth it, if Sarah's courage will change the game. But here's where I'm going to leave you, right on the edge of the cliff, with one final twist to keep you hooked. As Claire pulls away from Lily, ready to make her choice, her phone buzzes with a message. It's from Ethan, but it's only 2 words. I know. What does he know? How does he know it? And what does it mean for the moment they're both racing toward? You're not getting those answers yet, but keep watching, because this viral love story is about to explode, and you don't want to miss what's coming. The rain hasn't let up, and neither has the tension, as Claire stares at her phone, Ethan's cryptic message, I know, burning into her soul like a spark in the dark. You're right there with her, your heart pounding, your mind racing with questions as this epic love story barrels toward its climax. What does Ethan know? How could he possibly know? And will Claire make it to that street corner before everything unravels? Across town, Ethan's still standing under the flickering streetlight, his resolve tested by the endless wait, but there's a new intensity in his eyes, a certainty that wasn't there before. Sarah's at the bookstore, the mysterious letter trembling in her hands, her decision to reveal its truth hanging in the balance. And somewhere in the shadows, Marcus lurks, his intentions still unclear but undeniably dangerous. You've been with me through every twist and turn of this heartbreaking drama, and now, we're at the moment you've been waiting for. The climax that's going to answer every question, resolve every conflict, and leave you speechless with one final jaw-dropping twist. This is She Was Running Late. He waited his whole life, and trust me, this viral tale is about to deliver a finale that'll trend on YouTube for weeks. So let's dive into the heart of this story, because the truth is finally coming to light, and it's going to change everything. Claire's legs move before her mind catches up, pulling her away from Lily's desperate grip and propelling her through the rain-soaked streets toward Ethan. Lily's warning, you can't go to him, not yet, echoes in her head, but Ethan's message has lit a fire in her, a need to face him, to know what he knows, to finally lay bare the secret she's carried for 15 years. You're feeling it, aren't you? That mix of hope and dread, that desperate need for Claire to reach that street corner before it's too late. As she runs, memories flood her mind, those summer nights with Ethan, the laughter, the dreams, and that one night that shattered it all. Here's the truth about that summer night, the mystery that's been driving this story. Claire and Ethan had planned to leave town together, to chase their dreams far from the small town limits. But that night, Claire's father, a man haunted by his own demons, confronted them at the lake. In a drunken rage, he attacked Ethan, and Claire, trying to protect him, pushed her father away. He fell, hitting his head, and died before anyone could help. Terrified, Claire ran, believing she'd killed him, and Lily, who witnessed it all, swore to keep her secret. Ethan, injured and dazed, never knew the full story. Only that Claire was gone, leaving him with a broken heart and a promise unfulfilled. You're probably reeling right now, piecing it together, realizing why Claire's been running, why Lily's so desperate to stop her, why Ethan's been waiting all these years. But the truth is only the beginning, because Claire's about to face Ethan, and what happens next will define their story forever. Across town, Ethan's not just waiting anymore. He's preparing. That message he sent Claire wasn't a guess or a bluff. Earlier that day, Sarah, unable to bear the weight of her silence, slipped the letter from the bookstore into his hands. The letter, written by Lily all those years ago, confessed everything. The fight at the lake, Claire's father's death, and Lily's promise to protect Claire by keeping the truth hidden. Ethan read it, his world tilting, but instead of anger, he felt clarity.
He knows Claire didn't abandon him out of cruelty. She ran to protect him, to shield him from the fallout of that night. You're probably thinking, okay, so he knows the truth, but why is he still waiting? Because Ethan's not just waiting for Claire to show up. He's waiting to prove that their love can survive the truth. As the rain pours down, he clutches the note Claire sent him. "I'm coming back. Wait for me," and whispers to himself, "I'm here, Claire. I've always been here." You're rooting for him, aren't you? You're hoping against hope that Claire makes it, that they get their moment, that love wins in this viral love story. But the clock's ticking, and Marcus, the shadow from Claire's past, is closing in, his own agenda about to collide with this fragile reunion. Let's tie up Sarah's subplot, because her role in this climax is just as crucial. At the bookstore, Sarah's made her choice. She's done hiding. She grabs her coat and heads into the storm, the letter tucked safely in her pocket, determined to find Ethan and Claire and make sure the truth sets them free. But as she steps outside, she runs into Lily, who's been searching for Claire since their confrontation. The two women lock eyes, years of unspoken history crackling between them. Sarah, who's always blamed Claire for breaking Ethan's heart, now sees the pain in Lily's eyes, the weight of the secret she's carried. In a moment of raw honesty, Lily confesses why she stopped Claire. She's been protecting her all these years, not just from the truth, but from Marcus, who knows about the incident and has been using it to manipulate Claire. Sarah, stunned, realizes the depth of the danger and hands Lily the letter, a silent agreement to work together. They head toward the street corner, knowing they might be too late, but driven by a shared need to make things right. You're feeling the stakes, aren't you? The way every character's story is converging, the way the past is finally catching up, the way this drama is building to a moment you can't look away from. Now, the climax. Claire rounds the final corner, her heart in her throat, and there he is, Ethan, standing under the streetlight, his eyes finding hers through the rain. Time slows, the world fading to just the two of them, and for a moment, it's like the last 15 years never happened. She stumbles toward him, tears mixing with the rain, and whispers, "I'm sorry." Ethan steps forward, his voice steady but thick with emotion. "I know, Claire. I know everything." He holds up the letter, and Claire's knees buckle, the weight of her secret finally shared. You're probably crying right now, feeling the relief, the pain, the love between them. They fall into each other's arms, the promise they made under the oak tree. Asterisk, no matter what, we'll find each other, asterisk, finally fulfilled. But just as you think the story's reached its peak, Marcus steps out of the shadows, his voice cutting through the rain like a blade. "You thought you could run forever, Claire?" He's been tracking her, using the truth about her father's death to control her, and now he's here to ruin everything. You're on the edge of your seat, aren't you? This is the moment where it all hangs in the balance, where love and danger collide in a way that's pure YouTube gold. Here's the final twist, the one that's going to leave you in awe. Before Marcus can make his move, Sarah and Lily arrive, breathless and determined. Sarah, who's spent years resenting Claire, steps forward, her voice unwavering. "It's over, Marcus. We know what you've been doing." She reveals the truth. Marcus wasn't just manipulating Claire. He was there that night at the lake, a friend of Claire's father, and he's been using the incident to blackmail her for years. But the letter, combined with Lily's testimony, is enough to expose him. In a moment of poetic justice, the townspeople, drawn by the commotion, begin to gather, their phones lighting up the night as they record the scene, turning Marcus's downfall into a viral moment. Marcus, cornered, flees into the storm, his power broken. You're cheering, aren't you? The relief, the triumph, the way this twist ties everything together, it's the kind of ending that sticks with you. Claire and Ethan, still holding each other, share a look that says they've finally found their way home. Sarah and Lily, standing side by side, find their own peace, their subplots resolved in a moment of unity. As the rain begins to ease, the town feels different, like it's exhaled a long-held breath. Claire and Ethan walk away together, their future uncertain, but their love unbreakable. You're left with a reflection that hits deep. Love isn't just about the moments that take your breath away. It's about the courage to face the truth, the strength to wait, and the faith to keep running toward each other, no matter how far apart life pulls you. This story's been about more than a man waiting or a woman running late. It's been about what it means to hold on, to forgive, to fight for what matters. You're probably thinking about your own life now, about the people you'd wait for, the promises you'd keep. That's the power of the story, the reason it's going to trend, the reason you'll share it with everyone you know. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what this story meant to you, because this is She Was Running Late. He waited his whole life, and I'm so glad you stayed until the end.